Oh, wow. Oh, oh. Woo. Woo. Shit. Wowee. Get me a seat here. Oh, son of a bitch. Anyway, it's kind of smoky in here. Ah, man. I tell you. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Garlet's High Performance Garage channel. No matter how many times I do a cold start on this car, it fucking excites me. And that's how you know when you're really into something, whenever it excites you each time you lay your eyes on it, or you hear it, or you smell it. But anyway, I figured I'd just make a short video. I didn't really get into anything. I had to work yesterday, so I pretty much shot the day to hell. Worked till noon. And Friday I did a grocery run. It rained horribly all day yesterday. It got foggy. There was accidents on the freeway out the ass because motherfuckers can't slow down when it starts to rain. They think that when they see water on the road that it means mash the pedal to the floor and get on it. Apparently. That must be what they think. So, but anyway, I figured I would just make a video on this rain-free, actually, Sunday morning. I thought it was a hurricane coming up the coast, but it turned out this came out of the Midwest, from around the Great Lakes region. Poured some serious rain on us, which we did need. We did need it. It was getting kind of dry out. But I figure, that rain and wind came by to knock all the leaves off the fucking trees and make it extremely ugly and gray around here, because that's what winter is all about. It's ugly, it's gray, and it lasts for almost 6.5 months. So, yeah, that sucks ass. But anyway, I saw I was watching some shorts, some videos that YouTube calls shorts, and a lot of them's TikTok videos and Instagram and stuff like that. I was watching some of those. Facebook has them too, as you all know. But there was one. It was a Ford. It was a thing about Fords, and it had an old 70s model Ford on there running around, and it was talking about the engines that have lasted 100 years, and the Ford 300 6-cylinder was one of those engines. Now, I'm not a big Ford guy. I do have a few Fords, as you know. And now, back when I was young, the biggest Ford motors of the time that I always heard everybody talk about was the 5.0, which is the 302 V8, small block V8, the 289, small block V8. The 306 was very popular because it was in everything. You could get that son of a bitch in any fucking thing you wanted to, almost. As long as it was rear-wheel drive, damn near getting anything. So, they were talking about the 306. And I remember the guys on Horsepower TV, they put a supercharger what was it? I think it was it was a belt-driven supercharger on it. And this son of a bitch, they got the bastard up to 900 fucking horsepower with changing pulleys and stuff on it, which is remarkable. But they rebuilt the engine, had to gap the rings and all that stuff, so take the boost. But anyway, I think that engine had like 10 pounds of boost. You can't throw too much at these gas engines like that. They'll just blow the bottom end clear out of them. They don't have all that torque them diesels have, so. But anyway, the reason I'm bringing it up is because in the video, they were spotlighting the 306, and they were saying, Ford, if you're listening, this is what we want. If you're listening, we don't want some electric turd, four-door, soccer mom, retarded-looking mockery of the Mustang. We want this old shit. We want this inline six. We want this badass internal combustion engine again. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, everybody. Ford doesn't give a shit whether you want the 306 or an electric car. All they give a fuck about is how much money the government is going to give them to produce these electric death machines that simultaneously combust while they're charging, or if you have an accident, or if just salt water gets in them, which I don't really get. I just don't know how that is going to benefit us here in the Rust Belt, because they throw salt on the road around here, like it's free. They throw it around very, very generously when it gets bad out. When it freezes or it snows, those fucking single axle dump truck snow plows are just chucking that shit out in piles on the road everywhere. And I mean, that salt is the eatingest fucking shit around. It can turn your fucking vehicle it can turn your vehicle into a pile of shit in 3 fucking years, give or take a year or two. And now with newer vehicles being made out of shit, it's way worse on them, and they last a shorter amount of time. Now, it goes to show you that back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, they not only put salt on the road around here, they put magnesium on the road. Or, I'm sorry, calcium on the road. I'm wrong. I'm thinking wrong here. Calcium. Calcium will eat the fuck out of steel like no other. It'll even eat blacktop. It'll eat guardrails. It eats everything. Especially when it'll react with water. It eats shit. The reason it reacts with, put it on there is it reacts with water. It will, melt ice like no other. And they used to put it on the roads around here. But I don't believe they do. They have some kind of weird mix they spray on the road. It's a mixture of some kind of chemicals with beet juices in it. And they'll spray that on the road. If they know we're going to get an ice storm, they'll spray the interstate and they'll spray all the main roads with this stuff. And you'll see it because it'll be white rows on the road. It'll be white marks up the fucking road. And, it's... I don't know if it eats your car or not. I'm not sure what's in this concoction that they spray, but it's a liquid and they drive their truck up and down. It gravity feeds out of this great big tank they have in these single axle dump trucks, and they just run it up and down the road and dump it out. And it's apparently it works because they can let it dry on the road, and it can be there for a day or two before it actually gets used. So, to get the sleepies out of my eyeballs here. Anyway, I just don't understand. Other than, the money aspect, it's very, very, very redundant to make an electric vehicle and shove it down your throat, make us the example for the world to see how we're the U.S. You need to stop your coal-fired power plants. You need to stop your internal combustion engines, because it's solving a problem that doesn't exist. The problem that doesn't exist is climate change. You've heard me bitch about it before. Probably tired of hearing me talk about it. But in all aspects of reality and being in the real world, these things, these tools that they're unnecessarily making, are not helping anything but making people's pockets fat. And the people at the top are gaining while we're all losing. We're all getting our freedoms taken away while they're benefiting and profiting off of it. So it's just like, they want to thin the population. They want to control you. They want us to be in a society where we are watched constantly. We can be watched no matter where we go or what we do. That's why they want to shove everybody in a little city. Make it a 15-minute round trip that you'll ride on a bus. And you'll get everything you need, and you'll live in a tiny box. And you'll eat and drink. You won't work. And as long as you keep your mouth shut and be a good little citizen, you'll survive and you'll thrive just a tiny little bit. But you'll be this peon under the thumb of this heavy rule that they all want. And it's just the elites of the world want this. Because, when you have a country that's communist, it's easier to do this. But we don't have that here. We have a country of rights and freedoms that we live under by a constitution that they so badly want to tear up and throw in the trash. Because ours is very powerful. And it's a thing where people, these rich assholes, they want to blame you for all the world's problems. They want you to do without. They want to thrive and have everything, keep you under their feet while they live the good life, while you slave. They'll take your rights away, make you live in a shithole, and they basically can starve you to death if they want to. That's what they want, and we need to stop this. This needs to end. We live in the most powerful, greatest country on planet Earth, and we need to step up and end this bullshit that's going on. Because there's going to be a day, if this bullshit succeeds, if I can speak, if this bullshit succeeds today, it'll be a very short time, and none of us will have guns. None of us will have vehicles that we like to drive. We won't be able to go anywhere and enjoy anything. We won't be able to travel to different destinations that are far from home. We won't be able to go to other countries. We'll be confined within our borders while maintaining an open border in the south, so other people that they can manipulate into controlling the rest of us can come in and do their thing. And right now they're all basically living off of us. The ones that are coming in to the southern border are basically living off our backs, making people in our cities homeless that are citizens of this nation. They're putting these illegals in hotels that are extremely expensive, like 5-star places. And that is very grotesque and disgusting to me. Because these people just march in here and take whatever they want. They've done nothing. We have people that have fought and got badly injured for our freedom. And this is how they're being treated. They're being shoved out into the streets, having everything taken away from them. And these assholes coming across the border that think that they deserve everything for free, they're coming in here and taking it. They're taking everything from us. So this all needs to end. I hate talking about it, but it's an unavoidable topic that I just can't ignore. and everybody else needs to not ignore it as well. You need to speak up. You need to throw your voice around. We need to end this. This has got to stop. And our political assholes that are fleecing all of us need to go to jail. So, anyway, but on the electric car thing, I just can't understand, other than profit, people apparently can't think for themselves anymore. I see more and more of these electric vehicles every day. After work yesterday, when I stopped to let my co-worker that rides with me, he needed to stop at a grocery store on the way home Friday. And we stopped, and a guy pulled up an electric BMW. Now I wonder how much that cost him. And it's like, we live in the land of no opportunity here in Western Maryland. I'm like, how in the fuck did this person afford this? They had to mortgage their fucking house, because these cars aren't cheap. Well, nothing's cheap anymore, but anyhow, you get in there, climbed out like he was some fucking rock star, walking in the grocery store. I'm going to go in here and get all the deals I can, because I'm apparently up to debt, clear up to my eyeballs. I'm into debt with this piece of shit electric turd that's probably going to catch on fire and burn me to death while asleep in my house at night. So, yeah. That's why he's shopping at the cheap grocery stores. He can't fucking afford to buy nothing now. They bought that piece of shit. But anyhow, it's very ridiculous to buy something that really doesn't benefit you financially, and all it does is it's going to cost you a shitload of money in the long run. Plus, you're going to you're possibly putting your life in danger buying a vehicle like that. And y'all can sit there and argue with me all you want how I don't know what I'm talking about, but I know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like buying stock in snake oil. It does absolutely nothing. It has no benefits or anything, but yet they're going to feed it to you and say that it does. It cures everything. It cures everything that's wrong with you. Electric car is modern day snake oil. It does absolutely nothing. It helps nobody. It's like making tools for something that we don't have. It'd be like making all those tools on the wall I got right there, and no bolts to turn them, to use them to turn. It's like, we don't have any bolts to tighten up. Well, you got plenty of nice shiny tools hanging on the wall. Hey, that's all we need. Shiny hunks of metal don't do nothing. That's what electric car is. It's a hunk of shit that does nothing. Now, if you want to buy that, go for it. By all means. If you want to put a shitload of money in a fucking tyrant's fucking hands, go for it. Because these cars are not made here. They're made in China. If they can get them over here without them most of them are catching on fire on the boats coming over, which is hilarious. I can't help it. I'm going to have to sit and laugh. It is very hilarious to know that morons, are shipping fucking exploding death machines across the ocean. I mean, it's pretty bad whenever you can have a nuclear sub go across the fucking Atlantic to another country and nothing happen. When you have a boat full of electric vehicles, and all it takes is one. One catches on fire, you'll never get it out, and it'll just take the rest. It'll just burn that whole fucking ship down. I watched a video of the guys, they was jumping off the fucking sides of it because the whole fucking place was engulfing in flames. Every vehicle on this fucking boat was electric. Battery powered shit. And there's like, now how many millions of dollars you think you lost there? That's a lot of money. And plus, when you go out to buy one, now sit and think a minute. If you have kids, the equivalent to buying an electric car, before you go and buy it, grab your kid, turn them around, pull their pants down, and beat them with a fucking belt just as hard as you can until it's to the point where they'd almost pass out from the pain. And then go purchase your electric car. The reason I say that is because that's all child slave labor put into getting the elements to make these lithium batteries. I mean, all our cell phones use these batteries. These new electric cars will use these big batteries to power them. And it's all child slave labor that gets the elements to manufacture these. But yet, hey, we need to sacrifice, save the environment. To save it from nothing because there's nothing wrong with it. I can go out here and throw garbage all over the fucking place all day long, every day. It is not going to change anything. It's not going to do anything. It's just going to make my place look like trash. That's it. Don't biodegrade. It just rolls around. The wind just pushes it everywhere. It doesn't matter. We all can still breathe. We all still see the sun. We'll still all eat. Taking all our resources away and turn around and telling us that we're in the wrong for eating meat, for using things, for using elements out of the planet, for burning coal for electricity. These rich assholes are coming around and blaming us for the state of everything. And they are the problem. They are the fucking problem. When they go to their little climate summits, what do they use to get there? A fucking private jet that burns way more in that trip than what my fucking old Chevelle here would pollute in fucking 10 years. Come on, folks. Open your eyes. Open your fucking eyes and look and see what the problem is. The problem here is rich elites. This is our problem. We need to end these people. These people need to go away. And however we choose to do that will be up to us. I'm not going to sit here and go into details. But these people, they're coming around saying, hey, you working folks, you running your cars and wanting to go on vacations and eating meat and using electricity, shame on you. Shame on you, you horrible person. But I'm going to climb in my private jet, fly down here to the inner harbor and get on my yacht and have parties all fucking day long, every day. And I'm going to sit and watch my stocks grow. And I'm going to get money off that. And I'm going to cash in your 401s. I'm going to fuck you over on your working guy's retirement. I'm going to fuck you on it. I'm going to fuck you right in your ass. I'm going to take this roll of quarters and I'm going to shove it up your asshole and I'm going to kick you with it. But shame on you. Shame on you for trying to be free and trying to live a good lifestyle. Fuck you. That's not for you rich. That's not for you working folks. That's for us rich people. So go fuck yourself. And I know some of you are probably thinking, oh, this guy's jealous of rich people. I'm not jealous of rich people. I am mad on, I'm upset about how these people can just think they can just come take everything away from you. And then you're not supposed to say anything. You're just supposed to take it. You're supposed to take whatever your shitty life gives you. And hey, it's okay. Hey, you rich Wall Street bankers, just come take everything from me. Just come take it all. I don't need it. You need it. You need it way more than me. So, hey. And it's It's like they tax you to death anymore. Everything's taxed. You know, our dollar used to only be taxed like 5 cents or 3 cents of every dollar we made was taxed in the past. Now it's 75 cents of it is taxed of every dollar we make. That's bullshit. We need to do away with income tax, folks. Put all the tax on goods that we buy will more than enough pay for roads and bridges, infrastructure, police, firemen, military. All we have to do is go out and make money and just go spend it, buy things. That's all we have to do. Do away with income tax. Do away with property tax. Property taxes are fucking killing all of us. Our states are so greedy. Oh, you need to pay you should only have to pay taxes one time on your property when you purchase it. Then there's no more tax. But oh no. We got to charge you because we think your water runs uphill down here in the Chesapeake Bay because you live on the lower side of the Eastern Continental Divide. So we're going to charge you a fucking flush tax. Now we're going to hide it from you and say, oh, we don't do that anymore. But it's still there. It's still there. They're lying. They're lying to you because that's what they do the best. They all lie. They're liars. And they do it with such conviction. So, anyway, hope it didn't Debbie down everybody. But you know, I mean, it's shit that happens that disgusts you, and it gets to you after a while. I mean, you can only shove it down for so long. You can only take so much of it before it really eats and just eats too far into your soul and then just makes you miserable. So hopefully this winter will bring a mild side and it won't be too cold. It's not too fucking warm this morning. It's only 40 couple here. But you folks down in Texas probably freeze to death down there. Oh my God, it's 40 degrees here in Texas. Huh? But anyhow, hope y'all enjoyed that little cold start I did with the Chevelle. The old bitch sounds pretty goddamn good. It was idling at about 600 RPMs there, because when it's cold, it idles very low, and then when it gets warm, gets up to operating temperature, it will idle at like 800 or 900 in park. When I pull down gear, it goes to about 6 or 7, something like that. About 6 usually. But it sounds good. It sounds damn good that way. I like it. I love it. It's in case you're wondering, it's a combination of, I have a stainless steel glass pack muffler, 3-inch inlet and outlet, right on the header. It's welded to the header pipe. And then I got 3-inch tailpipe back to a set of Flowmaster Super 10 mufflers. They're the tiny ones. I'll show you what they look like, in case you don't know. Right there. See a transmission pan. But yeah, they look like this. These have been rode hard and put away wet, but that's what they look like. That's a knockoff right there. They're supposed to be stainless, but if you get that poor quality stainless steel, it still rusts up. But I'm going to put them on something. Probably the truck in the yard up here. I'll probably put them on that. But anyhow, everybody, not really sure what to do next. Don't really have a lot. It's supposed to clear up today and be nice and sunshiny here this afternoon. At least I think it's supposed to be. I'm not real sure about that. But it's not a rain. It didn't rain as long as what they said it was going to. But I can tell you it it did rain a good bit, because this morning when I woke up, I could still hear water running down the sides of my shitty trailer. So, yeah. But anyway, guess I'll leave you with something here. I have to see. Wait a minute. What can I do? What can I do here? Let's see what this does. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. I'm sure that's the rude awakening everybody wanted. It's fun. Yeah, it's fun. I like pissing people off. So whoever's asleep in the house is going to be awake by now. Gotta be. So, well, I'll show you one other thing I really love about these trucks. And it's this. I don't want that rattle, but you know. Listen to that. Oh, they're just fucking awesome. I love the sound of them doors shutting. It's fucking cool. But you know what's weird? Look at that fucking fuel cell. Look at how shitty that paint is on there already. I let this thing sit out in the rain. I was at a barbecue over the summer. I let it sit out in the fucking rain because we get rained out. It was on the 4th. And I didn't dry the truck off. I just left it sit with water beads all over it. And this is what I come out to. Water spots that won't come off. I even put wax on it. These water spots will not come off this fuel cell. It's weird. Of course, it didn't get on the sides, but it laid on the top here, and I just left it there. And I do have a little bit of fuel spillage. That's what this is from. I was filling it up. I pulled it up, and it shot all over here. And, But anyway, that's that's weird. It's like that rain. That rain that came down just stained the hell out of that. So, all right, everybody. See the dust on top of my lights? Anyway, there's your cold starts and everything for October 2023. What is the date today? Oh, yeah, it's the 15th. Because, it's the 15th. Huh? What? Huh? Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, sorry. Oh, there we go. So we just had a Friday the 13th. Which is fine. My dirty ass fucking workbench haven't cleaned off anyway. All right, everybody. Everybody have a great shitty Sunday and have a great rest of your work week for all you working folks out there. Hats off to you for you working. Of course, you got to survive, so what else are you going to do? You don't want to live off the government because then they'll try to keep you from getting back to work because they all want you to lay off. They all want you to stay home so they can take care of you and make you rely on them. So, anywho, there you go. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. I have a couple of errands to run today. I have trash I need to pick up. I got dog food I got to buy. Yeah. And probably next weekend I'll be helping, or I'll be coaxing someone up onto my roof. You know who you are. I had to get roof coating because I got rusty spots on my roof. And they need to be dealt with before it gets real bad. Hopefully it'll be kind of warm next weekend. Because that synthetic roof coating, you really got to stir it up. And it's got to be about half warm in order for you to spread it. Because when it gets cold out, that stuff is like a fucking big block of sludge in there. You can't get it out. And I see a lot of people have sealed their driveways. They waited until, this time of year to seal their driveway. I don't understand that. But anyhow, they sealed the driveways, and winter's coming up just in time for the salt and everything to eat that shit right off your driveway. So, I don't know. I guess it wouldn't matter if you coated it at the beginning of summer or you waited till the end of the summer, waited till the fall to coat it. But anyhow, everybody, have a good one, and I will see you on the next one.